So thank you so much for joining, whether you're watching the replay or you're with me live. I feel that this week has been a lot heavy, and today is a hard day for me as well. And if you've ever experienced loss, I feel that maybe some of the poses, the theme that we'll do today will resonate with you as well. Before we get started, I wanted to share two different quotes. The first one, the reality is you'll grieve forever. You will never get over the loss of a loved one. You'll learn to live with it. You will heal and you will rebuild yourself around the loss that you've suffered. You'll be whole again, but you will never be the same, nor should you be the same, nor should you want to. And then the other one, in each loss there is a gain. As with every gain there is a loss. And each ending always has a new beginning. Usually with these themes I'm able to just speak directly from my heart, but I feel that with my dad in particular, today is the 3 year of his passing. I kind of create this armor, and I don't allow myself to feel because the loss is too significant. And I know some of you definitely know this exact feeling. But I did shed some tears this morning, and I want to honor him today and do the things that I know he would want. He's with me every night before I go to bed. This is on my nightstand. And there have been so many symbols and signs to know that there is something much greater than us. So I hope you join me today in honoring any loss that maybe you've experienced, because today I am honoring my dad. So as you find a comfortable seat, take a moment to close the eyes, connecting within. You can place your hands on your knees or lap, drawing the shoulders up by the ears, take them back and take them down. And then lean back just a little bit so that your chin is parallel to the floor. And then the crown of the head reaches up towards the heavens above us. And the sits bones root down into the ground. And as you bring your hands into heart center, bowing your chin to your fingertips, I want you to devote your practice to someone who is no longer with us. It could be someone that you've never met. It could be someone who has been your greatest ally this lifetime. Honor them and do something today that they would want you to do. When you're ready, opening the eyes, release your prayer hands all the way up to the sky. Open the arms. And then exhale, take them by your side. Let's come to a child's pose. Bring your toes together, your knees apart. And then sink your hips back towards your heels. Extend your arms forward. Maybe bringing prayer hands together, bending at your elbows. And then taking the thumbs behind the nape of your neck. And then reaching the arms back forward. Let's take a walk over to the right. You can take spider fingers, lifting your wrists and forearms. Maybe the left ear comes on the bicep. Some of you might want a deeper stretch. You can bring your right hand kind of in between your knee and your ankle, like by the shin bone. Push into the ground, and then see if you get a little more side body stretch. Good. And then bring yourself back to center. Take it over to the left. Again, you could do your spider fingers, maybe ear rests on right arm, maybe left hand to the floor, push down. But the right sits bone stays pushing down. So we get the elongation in the intercostal muscles. And then come back to center. And let's find puppy pose. You're going to come to a tabletop position. My dad was a huge dog lover. We're going to walk our arms forward. And then see if you can either rest your forehead down while keeping your hips high. You can even wag your little tail. Maybe the chin comes down. If you want more, you can even lift your forearms off the floor. You're going to feel a beautiful opening in your upper back. Beautiful. Walk your hands back in, finding tabletop. And from here, let's take some cat and cow stretches. Tucking the toes, inhale, arch your spine, look up. As you exhale, tops of the feet, come onto the earth, round your spine, look towards your belly. Couple more. Inhale, extend, open. Exhale, round, pull in. One more time. Inhale, open up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round and protect. Feeling protection around you. Good. And then find neutral tabletop. Adding in shoulders, reach your right arm up, thread the needle, right shoulder behind left wrist, right ear, tempo comes down. Stay or play with balance, left arm behind your back, left toes can tuck, straightening the leg. Maybe you float it off the ground. Keep it hip height, so you're working your oblique here. And then slowly release, knee down. Left hand frames the face, right arm reaches up. Exhale, hand comes down. Left arm opens. Exhale, thread the needle, left temple down. So spread the 5 fingernails that touch the earth. Right arm could reach up, bend your elbow, reach for your left hip crease. Right toes tuck, right leg can straighten. You can lift that leg up. And then slowly knee down, right hand frames the face, left arm unravels. Exhale, hand down. So finding a turbo dog, we're going to tuck our toes, keep your knees bent, but push your chest back towards your thighs. Shake your head, yes, I'm ready to feel joy. No, I am not going to let anything stand in my way. And then yes against you, end on a positive note. And then take this dog for a walk. Straighten just your right leg. Feel the stretch through the Achilles tendon, up the calf muscle to the hamstring to the glute. And then switch, bend the right knee and feel the same on the left side. And you can go back and forth. And then for alignment purposes, I want you to shift forward into plank, upper push-up position. This is your strength, your core center. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. Maybe create a thumb or a L shape with your thumb and pointer finger. Good. Now lift your hips up and back. This is the alignment for down dog. So the heels are reaching towards the earth, almost like you can grow an entire shoe size. It doesn't matter if the heels touch. You're pushing the hands forward so the heart pulls back. Hug those triceps in. And then look to the top of your mat and walk your feet to your hands. So I like to do baby steps for the first one. Feet will end up hips distance apart and just hang heavy. Relax your jaw, shake your head again. Maybe grab opposite elbows, create a little traction around your head. Sometimes I like swaying and sometimes I just like to stay at center. So honor your body today. Good. And then release the elbows if you did choose that variation. You're going to root into your feet in one vertebra at a time. Unfurl until you come all the way up to standing. Shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Toes together, top of the mat, hands at heart center. Just close your eyes for a minute. Hit the pause button. Notice how you feel. And then open your eyes, reach your prayer hands up. Exhale, forward fold. So your Namaskar A. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. You can always bring your hands to your shins to create the flat back. Exhale, hands root, step it back, plank pose. So you can lower all the way to the belly or halfway down for Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we're going to create some heat in these sun salutations, warming up the body. And now we're going to incorporate Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. So trying to breathe in and out through the nose. Almost sounding like an ocean wave or a Darth Vader breath, right? You constrict the back of the throat. Creating heat within. Looking to the top of your mat, bring your big toes together. Lightly come to the top of your mat. So you can take the baby steps. Sometimes you can lunge or you can bring your feet by jumping. Inhale, flat back again. Exhale, fold in. This time, reverse swan dive. So lead with a flat back. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, take the arms by your side. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. With your right hand, take a hold of the left wrist. Take a nice side bend to the right, gaze under that left arm. So you can give yourself a little traction by pulling on the wrist. Tilt the left ear back. Inhale, back to center and switch. Left hand, right wrist. Side stretch to the left, gaze under that right arm. And remember, pull the right shoulder head back so you really lengthen the side waist. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms release. Sun salutation B. Inhale, chair pose. Hold for 3 breaths. So because we have 45 minutes, I try to layer in a little of everything. You can sink the hips a little lower. Make sure you see all 10 toes. And then engage that core center. Pull the lower belly up and in. 1 more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten your legs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, jump or step back, plank pose again. Your choice, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. So right foot's gonna step to the top of the mat, warrior 1. Left foot pivots 45 degrees, right knee over right ankle. Inhale, arms reach, we hold 5 breaths. So in this moment, I want you to think of any signs from your loved ones. Some of us, it's butterflies, rainbows, turtles, birds, right? Like what, when you see a sign, like are you like thank you and you have a soft smile on your face? Open those fingers, take 1 more breath. Exhale, hand frames the right foot, step back and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps to the left thumb. Right foot pivots flat 45. Arms reach up, 5 breaths here. So think about squaring the hips forward, bringing the right one so it shines like headlights were coming from them forward. And then really lengthen through the sides body, but don't bring the shoulders up, keep them relaxed down. Good, 1 more breath, maybe lean back. Exhale, hands frame the left foot, step back and lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, you've got 5 breaths here in down dog. Deep breath in, maybe open mouth, exhale. Knowing that we all heal in unique ways. So you take care of yourself. There's not an absolute universal way. And it's all good as long as we allow ourselves to feel and to process in our own time. Take 1 more deep breath in, empty out the lungs. Bring your toes together, look forward, and lightly bring your feet to your hands your way. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, full chair pose. 1 breath, finish strong. Come to stand and release. All right, creating a little heat, chair pose again. This time, hands at heart center. Spinal twist to the right. So your left elbow is gonna hook outside your right thigh. Keep pressing your hands in towards each other so the thumbs can be at the center of your chest. Taking a peek down towards your toes, make sure the left knee is pulling back. Now sink the hips a little lower. You can open your arms here to 6 and 12. If you're feeling playful today, we're gonna experiment with flamingo. So look down towards your right big toe and see if you can lift onto the ball of the left foot. So you just lift your heel. Maybe you can bring the heel to the glutes. You're balancing on just 1 leg. Maybe that left foot steps back and you can find lunge twist. If it's a little challenging, you can always modify by bringing your back knee down. And then here again, you can exalt, left hand down, right arm up. There's even a bind. You could take the right arm behind your back and the left arm underneath. Pull that right shoulder back, just feel this stretch. And then look down, bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat, so you're in lizard lunge. Some of you like the sensation with the knee elevated. Sometimes you can take some circles, really getting into that psoas. If it's too extreme, remember, modify by bringing the back knee down. If you want more, come to your forearms. Final variation, adding in twist. Left hand to the right ankle. Right hand could come to the thigh. Maybe you even bend your back leg and with your right hand find that foot. Slowly release. We're going to find half a split. So heel toe your right foot to the center and extend your leg half Hanuman. So in order to feel sensation, all you have to do is bend your elbows. So you lead with your heart. Ignite the stretch in the hamstring. Hug this quadricep onto the bones. We're going to get out of here in one more breath. Good. Rebend the knee, hands frame the foot. Left toe tucks so the left knee lifts. Step back, your choice. Meet and down dog or work it through. Cleaning the slate. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Remember your alignment. Thighs pushing back, heart pushing back. Biceps frame the ear. And then bring your big toes together. Look forward, feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, full chair pose. Arms reach. Bring those hands to heart center. Spinal twist to the left. Right elbow hooks outside the thigh. Keep pressing your hands to heart center. So level 1, you're going to stay here the entire time, right? You can look down towards your toes. You can exalt. Main thing, crown of the head is forward, tailbone is back, and you're sinking those hips. Adding on to flamingo, look down towards your left big toe. Maybe today you can lift your right heel off the mat. That's a balance challenge. Flamingo, heel comes to the glute. Oh yeah, balancing on just one leg. Then we extend that leg back until it finds the earth. Spinal lunge twist. Nice. Again, you can exalt 6 and 12. You could side. Right arm comes under. Find that bind. Pulling the left shoulder back. So we're still lengthening through the spine. How's the breathing? Don't let it get choppy. To release, both hands to the inside of the left foot and then heel toe your left foot to the edge of your mat. Lizard lunge. So some of us are going to hang here. Couple circles, opening that psoas. If you do have your prop, you can always place it underneath the forearms and lower down. Remember, modify by dropping your right knee. Adding in twist if you want to come down to forearms. Right hand to left ankle, maybe releasing the back foot, spiral it open. And then you could always bend the leg behind you. Draw the heel into the glute. And then with grace, release. Hands inside the left foot, heel toe it in towards the center, half a split. So we extend the left leg forward. Flex your 5 toes. Pull the left hip back and the right one forward, and then just bend your elbows. Lengthening, lead with the heart always. It won't steer you wrong. One more inhale. Exhale. Rebend into lunge. Hands frame left foot, right toe tucks, right knee left. Step back, your choice. Vinyasa, meet and down dog. Deep breath in, deep open mouth. Release. Right leg opens out. Open, bend, and stretch. Take the heel to the glute. Look under your right arm. Look under your left arm. Square that right shoulder head down. Look forward. Right foot to the center of your hands. Windmill it open for warrior 2. So here it's a heel to arch alignment. Your right thigh is parallel to the ground. If you're leaning forward, think of tug of war where the left arm pulls by a hair. Gaze is out over that right middle finger. Shoulders roll back. Beautiful. Side angle. Right forearm on the right thigh. Left arm could reach up. Maybe bicep over the ear. If you want to lower your right hand to the ground, some practice inside, some outside. Again, you can always use your prop. Create length from the left hip to the left fingertips. One more breath. And then let the left arm bring you back to warrior 2. Reverse it. Right palm up. Left arm down the back leg. Gaze can be up to the right fingers or to the back foot. Adding in bind here, maybe left arm wraps behind your back. This will help encourage your front knee to keep tracking forward. Back into warrior two. Now straighten both legs. Bring your hands onto your hips, pivot your right foot in, and simply turn your left toes out, finding warrior two. So you're gonna bend that left knee forward. Open the arms out like wings, heel to arch alignment. Remember, if you're leaning forward, let that right arm pull back so it lines up over your ankle. Gaze is towards the left middle finger. Lower belly always pulls up and in. That's your Mula Bandha. Side angle. Left forearm on the left thigh. Right arm reaches up, my level ones. Level two, bicep over ear extended. Level three, hand can lower to the inside or outside. Make sure the right shoulder pulls back. Length from the right pinky finger to your right hip. Beautiful. Come back, warrior two, reverse. Left palm up. Right arm down the back leg. Bicep over ear. So sometimes we come out of that front bend. So bend even more. Maybe remind yourself, take a half bind. Encourage that knee to keep tracking forward as the side body opens. Into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Hands on your hips. Pivot the left foot in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. So edges of your feet in line with edges of your mat. Releasing the hands once you come down. Walking your hands in line with your feet. Bending the elbows. Lowering the crown of the head down to the earth. Breathe. Feel the stretch. And then slowly release. Walk your hands forward now into down dog with a wide stance. So you're going to push your heart back, finding even more space here. And then walk your hands in. We're going to take Skandasana. So you're going to pivot your right toes to a 45-degree angle. Really bend deeply into a lunge on that right side so that your left leg straightens out and your foot is going to flex. So some of you will keep your hands on the earth, working on balance, hands at heart center. Bind is available. Right arm wraps around the shin. Left arm wraps behind you, finding the fingers. Clasp. Okay, now here's the challenge. Walk your hands back forward. Try to come into Skandasana on the left side without your hands touching the floor. Here we go. Woohoo! Yeah! And then again, your hands could come back down. Flex your right foot. Maybe balance, hands at heart center. Left arm could come for a half bind. The right arm comes behind you. What's the worst that can happen? You try and you plop a C, you know, it's all good. Home practice, we get to try new things. And then once we play around, arms back at center, let's try to come back. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale left, Skandasana, and then take it right. 1 more left. Oh yeah. 1 more right. Whoa. And then exhale, forward fold. Soft smile on your lips. Let it all hang heavy. You did it. Heart rate escalates. It's all good. So now let's take an open twist. Left hand's going to stay on the earth. Right hand to your right hip. Right arm reaches up. If you want more length, come onto spider fingers. You can even take the right hand behind your low back. Reach for your left hip. Maybe walk your left hand over to the right. Pull in. Get a sweet, sweet stretch. Whenever you're ready to release, just rewind. Right hand replaces the left. Left hand to the left hip, spiral open. You can extend the left arm. You could bend the elbow, take half bind, reach for your right hip. And then if you want more sensation, the right hand reaches for the left ankle and you can pull yourself through. Touching places in the body that you don't even know you can access unless you go this deep. That's why the yoga is so amazing. Whenever you're ready to release, rewind it. Hands onto your hips, and with a flat back, we rise. Okay, so we're gonna come into our goddess squat next. So you can walk your feet in a couple times. This time heels and toes out, and we're gonna pop a squat. So tendency is to flare the sitting bones, and then I want you to tuck it under where it's like uncomfortable, and then find that middle ground. Bring your hands to your knees, and just bring your right shoulder, dip it towards center. Come up, left shoulder, dip it. You might get an adjustment in your back. 2 more times, right, center, left. 1 more. Again, lengthen through the crown and the tail as you transition. And now find cactus or goddess arms. So you're going to bend at your elbows, open your palms up like you're going to serve something. Maybe lift your right heel, reground. Try the left, reground. 3 breaths, both heels, sink lower. For 2, sink lower, lift higher. For 3, root your heels, come to stand, hands onto your hips. Beautiful. Pivot your front foot to the top of the mat, soften the knee, step your back foot up to meet it. You made it. Tadasana, clean the slate. Inhale, arms reach up. Grab a back bend here if you wish. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, root your hands, jump or step back. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands a whole handprint back so you just shorten your dog. And then bend your left knee, and with your right hand, get anywhere outside the leg. The calf, ankle. Straighten that leg and then bend your right knee. Pull yourself through. It's such a yummy twist. Flushing those organs. Beautiful. Keep the knee bent, right hand down. Left hand grabs anywhere outside that leg. Straighten that leg and then bend the left. That way you pull yourself in even deeper. Release. Keep walking your hands to the back of the mat. Peace sign fingers hook around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folds in. So the crown lowers down. If you're able to get both legs straight again, bend your elbows. Think about hinging from the hips. So transfer the weight into all 10 of your toes. Relax the jaw, relax your shoulders. Feeling the stretch again in the hamstrings. Beautiful. Release the toes, hands on your hips, and with a flat back, let's rise. You guys are doing awesome. 1 more sequence. Inhale, arms reach up. We'll come down to the mat. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward. Find plank pose. Okay, your modification is to drop your knee. We're going to move into Vashisthasana. Left hand to the center of the mat. You can bring your right foot forward or on top, stacking the feet. Right arm reaches up. If you want more, bicep over the ear. Whatever's touching the floor, push down so you can lift your hips even higher. And then right hand down. Let's try the other side. So right knee could lower. You could pivot, putting your left foot in front or left foot on top. Left arm reaches up. Root to rise. So push down, maybe bicep over ear. Lots of core work happening. It's our power center. We're going to lower to the belly. Releasing your left hand. Everything lowers down. Take your left ear to the mat. Look right. Toes together. Release your arms by your side. Just feeling your heart beat into the ground. You are alive. Something to be grateful for. So just a tiny little back bend here. You bring your chin or forehead to the center of your mat. Let's interlace our arms behind our backs, getting a little deeper into the shoulders. Feet could be hips width or mat width distance apart. And then as you inhale, lift your chest, lift your arms, maybe lift your feet as well. Try to get your feet and head in the same line. So don't jerk your head up, don't lift your feet too high. Find that perfect medium. Exhale, release. Right ear to the mat, toes touch, arms by your side. From here, hands in line with your chest. We're going to try a reverse plank. So you're going to tuck your toes so much that your knees and thighs lift off. Push down into the ground. Look how strong you are. And then all you have to do is lift your hips, pull back, down dog. Right leg reaches up. Step it through warrior one. Right foot to the right thumb, left foot pivots flat. Inhale, arms reach up. We're gonna bring our hands to heart center, fly into warrior three. So come to the ball of your back foot. Start to hinge your weight forward. Once you trust yourself, left leg extends. Yogi's choice, you can take Tadasana airplane, open your arms out. You could extend your arms forward so the chest hovers over the ground. Maybe try reaching your arms back. A little bit more challenging. Lead with your heel. And then everybody bring your hands to heart center. Revolved half moon. Left hand is gonna come under the left shoulder. Right hand to your right hip. Start to revolve your chest open to the right. Stay here or reach your right arm up. Challenging pose, in it together. One more breath. Right hand down, left foot meets the right, yogi squat here. Toes together, lift your heels. See if you could sit back. Maybe one hand comes to heart center, maybe both. So you're balancing on your 10 toes. You can even reach your arms forward. We can try to rise. So slowly straightening the legs, slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. Once you come all the way to stand, release your heels. Take the arms by your side. One vinyasa, left side will do. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. You've got this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root your hands. You decide. Vinyasa, no yasa, meet in down dog. Left leg rises. Let's open, bend, and stretch since we didn't do this on the other side. You can look under your left arm for a moment. Look under your right arm. Good. Look forward. Warrior one. So kiss your knee as you take it underneath you. That's going to help work the core. Right foot pivots 45. Inhale, arms reach up. We're working a sweat today. Hands at heart center. Crescent lunge. So come to the ball of your foot into warrior three. So starting to hinge forward, eventually lift that right leg for lift off. Remember, arms out, arms back, arms forward, hands at heart center. Play around, lead with your heel. Once you find that, right hand under your right shoulder. If you've got a block nearby, highly recommend using it. Left hand to the left hip. Crown and tail lengthen, just like we've done all practice. Revolve the chest to the left. Eventually, left arm stacks over right. One more breath. Look up to the left hand. And then release. Right foot meets the left. This time, toes together, knees apart. Find a squat here. Malasana, you can reach your arms forward. You could wrap behind, reach for your heels. And just bow your head. We're going to slow things down. Good. Release your hands forward. Let's just take a seat. We're right close to the ground. Butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. Heels nice and close. You can either hold the ankles or bind the big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Maybe using the elbows against the shins, opening the knees. Once you've got the extension in the spine, feel free to round. Good. Slowly rise. You're going to take the knees, close them together, and plant your feet. We're going to find a variation of pigeon pose, crossing your left ankle above your right knee. We're going to walk our hands in, and you should feel the stretch on the left outer hip like you would in pigeon. If you'd like to add in double pigeon, you can release your right shin down to the earth so that your ankle lines up over your knee on each side. So knee over ankle, ankle over knee. It's like sticks of fire. You could use your prop underneath if you need to bring the ground to you. You can also use the points of your elbows to lean forward. We're going to hold 3 breaths. You could be here. You could walk your hands forward. Try flexing both feet. Even if you're in this variation, notice by walking your hands in, shin is more parallel to your chest. It's a deeper stretch. So always finding the poses that feel the best, even though they can be intense. It's how we clear space, creating more range of motion. Releasing our issues and our tissues. When you're ready, coming back up. Release the left foot. Just windshield wiper one time right, one time left. And then let's take the other side. So right foot crosses above the left knee, starting to feel this stretch in the right inner hip. Remember, you can walk the hands in to create deeper sensation. Maybe we hang out here. Maybe you take the left shin parallel. One side will be different. This knee may be higher. Maybe on this side you use your prop. You can sit upright. You can hinge forward. You can use your elbows to encourage the knee to come closer to the ankle. Flex your feet. Just 3 deep cycles. Inhaling, filling up the entire front, sides, and back of your body. And then emptying the lungs. Deflating. 2 more times. When you're ready, walk it back in. Both feet release, windshield wiper left and right and center. Beautiful. Let's extend both legs forward. Move any flesh from the sits bones. Arms extend, and 1 vertebra at a time, we're going to come onto our back. So take your time as you transition down, lower back. Usually the middle back is the vortex that like sucks you, but a little abdominal control until the upper back releases. Take a glimpse here and know that you are titanium. Finding 2 back bends. We're going to find bridge first, bending the knees, feet in line with the sits bones. You can simply bend your elbows and take your fingers towards the ceilings and lift up. If you want to incorporate shoulders, maybe interlace your hands. Shimmer the right and left shoulder closer to each other and then push into the blades of your hands. Think of a block between your knees that is holding the block together. So draw in and also forward. Watch your belly rise on the inhale and exhale, empty. And then we're going to release. Try not to hug the knees in because we want to neutralize the spine. Do back bend number 2 and then reverse. So maybe your arms reach overhead. You can keep your arms extended with the 10 fingernails pushing into the floor, lifting your hips. If you want to go for full wheel today, upward facing bow, hands come in line with your ears, bend your elbows. Come to the crown of your head and then lift your chest, lift your head. This takes strength and flexibility. You can even stick out your tongue, take a lion's breath. And then tuck in, protect the neck and lower. Now gather the knees in. Maybe grab opposite elbows. We'll come into our inversion, starting with legs up the wall. If you're practicing forearm stand or headstand, maybe even handstand, feel free to go up. I'm going to give you a full minute here. If you want to work on shoulder stand, support your lower back. Bring your elbows in nice and close. You could point your feet, but then flex your toes. Maybe take butterfly here. Maybe plow pose, reaching one leg and the other overhead. You can interlace your hands here too. Keep the neck neutral. Even if you take your ear pressure pose, hug the knees in. Excellent for anti-aging and the thyroid. Just taking it in the opposite direction. Letting all the circulation drain from your feet all the way down to your heart. So there's a few ways if you're in shoulder stand to come out. One way is to use your arms as brake pads. Another way is to bend your knees, and you can slowly lower one or both feet to the earth, come to a supported bridge, and then release. It's kind of a nice transition if you've not tried it yet. Hug both knees in again. Just give yourself a little massage. Good for the kidneys. And then today, let's plant both feet back on the earth. Cross your left knee above your right, just like we did before. Open your arms like cactus, and then all I want you to do is let your knee go to the right, so the left foot comes to the earth. Now take your right hand, push against the thigh, and look over your left wing. It's a really nice stretch in the IT band as well as the sideways. Head comes through center, knee through center. Let the left foot come back down. Cross your right foot above the left knee, and then just let your foot and knee fall to the left. So the sole of the right foot is on the ground. With your left hand, you can push the knee forward. Again, feeling the stretch in the oblique, as well as the IT band. Turn your head to the right wing. Head through center, knee back through center, release right foot. One more stretch, bring the soles of the feet together. Let's take both hands over our heart, close the eyes. Maybe thinking about the person that has transitioned, and what was like your favorite thing about them? What did you admire? For me, my dad was the loyalest person. He didn't give a shit what anybody else thought. He let you know exactly what he was feeling and thinking. It's very admirable quality that I'm working on. His favorite thing to do was entertain, especially over his turkey dinners. We saw each other every single week, and my brother and I continue to do the same thing. Keeping our tradition. And one of his favorite singers of all time is James Taylor, which is where we'll close our practice here. Listening to the lyrics. Staying here as long as you wish. Eventually, arms come out to the sides of your body. Legs extend, finding final rest. Close your eyes. Separate your teeth. Shavasana. Start to bring movement back into the fingers and the toes. Reach your arms overhead. Take the knees into the belly. Meet me in seated in your own time. There's never a rush. Bring your hands to heart center as we come full circle. My dad will always live within me, and we will honor his legacy through our son, who is named after him. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.